Jerry Stackhouse on the injured list, but today they put their current leading scorer, Gilbert Arenas, on the injured list after he fell victim to injury Sunday in Seattle.
Well, it all happened on this play right here where he goes down, tries to make a spin move, goes down hard, had to be helped by his teammates to the bench. They later find out that he had a pulled abdominal muscle and will be out a couple of games. Now, what that means is the team will have him on IR, but he will not have to miss the normal 5 games as long as they don't activate a player. Very important move. They'll miss him, his leadership, leading the team in points and assists.
Chris Whitney will get the start in his place. Whitney, who is now in his 8th season with the Wizards. Meantime, Portland has a tremendous front line. That means Kwame Brown's play tonight will be critical.
He played quite well in Seattle the other night, had a new season high 17 points, shot the ball well, had 6 rebounds, 4 of them coming from the inside on the offensive glass. But what was important was he got his points on the inside with moves like that, asserting himself. He's going to have to play that kind of game. They're going to need that kind of strong inside play from him tonight.
I mentioned Portland's front line, Rasheed Wallace, Dale Davis, Zach Randolph. They are big, strong, and they are good.
Well, they certainly are quite versatile, too, especially a player like Rasheed Wallace. Rasheed is second on this team in points and rebounds. He's first on the team in block shots and threes. He leads the team with 21 threes, has a nice, soft, fadeaway jump shot. Zach Randolph is the player that leads this team in both points and rebounds. In fact, he's one of only 4 players in the NBA to average 20 points and 10 rebounds. Zach is in his 3rd season, and he dominates this game, especially here at the Rose Garden.
Wallace isn't the only familiar face on this Trailblazer squad. Former Wizard Jeff McInnes is the Blazers starter at shooting guard. And you can expect Juan Dixon to play a huge role again tonight off the bench, as he did Sunday in Seattle. Wizards and Blazers are coming up from the Rose Garden. March 25th, Portland leading the all-time series 42-39. And the same 2 teams will play again January 26th back in Washington at MCI Center. Wizards are without Gil Arenas, who today was placed on the injured list. However, because the Wizards did not fill the current roster with another player, Arenas is eligible to come back and play at any time, so he does not have to sit out the mandatory 5 games if he's healthy enough to come back.
See, Eddie Jordan's going real big with his front line, trying to match that size that Portland possesses.
So he brings Leitner inside. That's tipped away by Haywood, and Portland turns it over. They average just under 15 a game. That's 13th in the league, so they do a pretty good job protecting the ball. Kwame inside.
Good move.
Strong move by Kwame Brown, who had a season high the other night in Seattle with 17 points.
Yeah, I think that you expect to see most of his points coming from that area. They are working for position and then utilizing the quickness to get the shot off.
Zach Randolph outside for Damon Stoudemire, and back to Randolph for the open jumper. Good. Zach Randolph is 19th in the league in scoring at 20.1 points a game. He leads this team in scoring and in rebounding at 11 boards per contest.
Yeah, he's also shooting the ball quite well, as you saw from that last shot, shooting over 50%.
Again into Kwame with Randolph on him. Kicks it out for Chris Whitney. He'll take the long jumper. Bullseye. The Wizards' all-time leader in 3-point shooting, Chris Whitney, gets his 3rd 3-pointer of the season. Whitney making his first start back with the team. Was traded last year to Denver for George McLeod. Wound up in Orlando to finish the season. Rasheed turns and gets fouled by Leitner, and he'll go to the line.
Once again, this is a matchup that one of those matchups that we talked about, because Rasheed at 6'11", and watch the extension he gets on his jump shot. Really extends the ball well over his head.
And the Wizards lead 5-3. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier, and our Comcast Sportsnet crew. Larry Hughes' first jumper, no good.
Good idea that time from Kwame after the offensive rebound to just pull things out. Didn't like the shot that he may have had.
Hughes in the paint this time. Underneath for Haywood. That's knocked away and stolen by Portland. Wizards retreat. Here's Stoudemire. Short jumper good. Are 0-2 on the trip. Losing at Denver and Seattle as Juan Dixon starts the second quarter with Kwame, Brevin Knight, Etan Thomas, and Jarvis Hayes. Short jumper no good. Wizards were down by 7 in the first quarter, came back to take a lead, and dropped it just before the end of the quarter as Portland shoots 64% from the field for the period.
Yeah, Washington doing well, forcing those 8 turnovers. And in this game, only shooting 35%.
Brevin Knight called for the foul. That's his first. Only loss at the Rose Garden here by this Portland team to the Philadelphia 76ers, 93-84 back on November 3rd. Since then, they've won 6 straight at home. Juan Dixon, who was just tremendous in that comeback against Seattle the other night. Wizards were down by 18. They came back to take a 5-point lead. Jarvis Hayes for a Etan Thomas short jumper. Alley-oop coming.
Get back on defense. You want to try and match up better than that. They have Brevin Knight trying to defend against Rasheed Wallace on the lob.
Larry Hughes had 10 points in the quarter. Dixon jumper good. Juan Dixon picking up where he left off the other night with a season-high 17 in Seattle. Jared Jeffries off the Washington bench. Bonzi Wells inside for a 14-footer that he banks no good. Kwame is there. Here's Dixon, 2-on-2. Tough pass picked off by Stoudemire. Four Washington turnovers so far in the game. Jarvis Hayes pulls up. That's short. Hayes has really struggled the last 4 or 5 games. And Eddie Jordan will take another timeout. 9:43 to go. The Wizards had a 1-point lead, lost it, and now trail by 5. Here in the first half of play from Portland. Stay tuned. And this season, obviously a candidate for most improved player of the year in just his 3rd season from Michigan State.
Yeah, it really is. That's impressive when you think about the other 3 players that average 20 and 10. He's right up there with some greatness.
Wizards down by 5. Juan Dixon and Jared Jeffries now in the lineup. Tough pass and a Washington turnover. Ill-advised. Vladimir Stepania in the game for Portland, along with Ruben Patterson. And a foul called on Juan Dixon trying to guard Bonzi Wells. So the Wizards got back into it for a moment, but have turned the ball over a couple of times now in their last 2 possessions. Mismatch with Dixon guarding Randolph.
Well, they got Randolph away from the basket. That's all right.
Wells over the top and tip up no good. And Jarvis Hayes chases it down. Jarvis Hayes began the year playing not like a rookie but like a veteran. Hitting outside shots. He's run into a little bit of a, I don't know if you'd call it a wall. It's awfully early to call it a wall, but he is a rookie.
He did make a nice move. Got the nice feed from Etan Thomas on that last Wizard score.
Here's Stepania against Etan Thomas. The fadeaway off the glass, no good. And Randolph is right there, and he gets fouled by Jared Jeffries.
Take a look at the last Wizard basket. Jarvis hits the post and then makes the cut off. There you see Patterson turns his head. A nice quick cut from Jarvis Hayes and the assist from Etan.
Knight tries for the steal. Here's McInnes from 15 feet, jumper short. Somebody bothered him. Gets it back and scores. 3 offensive rebounds for Portland.
Chance to tie it even at the end.
Loose ball foul on Portland. And it's on Zach Randolph. Wizards will get possession again as Kwame Brown and Larry Hughes check back in for Brevin Knight. And Jarvis Hayes, I believe.
Yeah, good job by Brevin. His first stint of action.
Brevin played the last 2 years in Memphis. Hughes inside, off the glass, and the Wizards have the lead at 34-32. 12 points in the game for Larry Hughes, and 10 in the first quarter. Davis turnaround, little short. Wizards are there, but they can't get the rebound. Randolph has it. Kicks it back out, and the fresh 24. Offensive rebound. Dale Davis in his 13th year from Clemson. Ties it at 34. That's Portland's first field goal in 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Here's Kwame. Turnaround, nowhere to go. Throws it for Thomas. He lost it to Hughes, and a 3-second violation on Washington. That'll be their 7th turnover of the half. The frustration on the face of first-year coach Eddie Jordan, who has an overall record in his coaching stints as head coach of 38-72. Head coach at Sacramento for about a year and a half. Randolph on Kwame. Nice move. Tip up and slam in by Davis.
Well, we didn't talk a lot about Dale Davis, quite frankly, because he's not been playing well lately, but he's off to a pretty good start tonight.
Wizards try to run their offense. Dixon off the screen. No good. Randolph, nice move inside, and he scores. Those 6 unanswered points by the Blazers, and they've taken a 4-point lead, and Eddie Jordan wants time. 3:09 to go in the first half. Zach Randolph playing well. He leads this team in scoring at over 20 a game, and the Blazers lead by 4. Chance point so far in this game. Thomas with Randolph. Wallace for Stoudemire. 19th three-pointer of the season for Damon Stoudemire. And the Blazers have a 7-point lead, matching their largest of the game. Dixon off the screen, no good. (9-0) run in the last 2.5 minutes, and without Gilbert Arenas, this team is losing almost 21 points a game.
Kwame came over the side to try and go for the steal and missed it, and Zach had a free lane to the basket.
Largest lead of the game, 9 points for Portland. Larry Hughes is held by Bonzi Wells. And Chris Whitney, who started the game, will check back in. Chris Whitney's last start for this team, April 16th, 2002. Season before last. Last time he started for Washington. Was traded by Doug Collins and Michael Jordan. Thomas turnaround, good. Whitney went to Denver for George McLeod, finished the year in Orlando. Portland made 5 straight field goals in that run. And lead by 7. Randolph on Kwame. Tough defense, better shot. Wizards have 11 rebounds. Zach Randolph has 11 rebounds.
Another offensive rebound for Dale Davis.
Points and 11 rebounds for Zach Randolph, who averages 20 points a game, which is 19th in the league, and 11 boards, so he's right at that. And a steal by McInnes. Bad pass, and he'll have an easy two.
They had a 25-9 edge in the first half.
Brevin Knight goes inside, throws up a runner that goes.
That's his first shot.
And his first two as a Wizard. Knight starts the fourth quarter with Jared Jeffries, Etan Thomas, Leitner, and Jarvis Hayes, and a foul called on Knight. 3-point Washington lead. Brevin, as you can see, not happy about the call by Ronnie Garretson. Here's another look at it.
I think he did get some body there, but you can see how he's always looking to blindside somebody. I think he got a piece of Zach.
The great steals leader, but not the only one in the building. Mo Cheeks, third all-time in steals behind Stockton and Jordan. Jeffries in the paint, short jumper, too short. Thomas is there for the follow.
Good offensive rebound. I thought that Jarrett was a little bit off balance when he took that shot.
Freshman and sophomore years together at UNC, leading the Heels to the Final Four, and then both went pro after their sophomore year in the '95 draft. Stackhouse, the number 3 pick to Philly. Wallace, the number 4 pick to the Bullets. Baseline, long jumper, good. Nothing but net for Quintel Woods from Northeast Mississippi Community College. Both his early seasons with Portland. Brevin Knight around a screen, now needs help. Finds Jarvis Hayes, long baseline jumper, no good.
I'd really love to see one of Jarvis's jumper go in. He's been such a long while since he's hit one of those patented jump shots.
1 for 5 tonight, Jarvis Hayes. Did not start in the game. He started Leitner to get the size. Randolph pulls up, misses. Knight, Wizards run 3-on-2 for Jeffries inside. Nice box out by Thomas.
And you saw how Brevin got himself under control with
Wizards 12 of 14 from the free throw line. Washington by 8, their largest lead. Patterson inside, no good. Fights for the rebound on the floor. They'll give it to Portland. Again, offensive battling, and you got to give credit to this team.
He went up to get his own shot. He missed the shot. He was the first one to react to get the missed shot. There, Patterson takes a tough shot, but he's right back up there.
22 seconds on the shot clock. We have Jared Jeffries in with Thomas, Leitner, Hayes, and Brevin Knight. For the field goal, he'll go to the line.
It's so tough. Brevin gets the foul, but he had to trail a pick. And it's difficult to make up when you have an aggressive guard. That time, Jeff McInnes was aggressive.
6-point Washington lead. And McInnes makes it 5. 7:57 to go here in regulation. Wizards look to snap a 2-game losing streak. Get their first win on this West Coast trip after losing to Denver and Seattle. Alley-oop to Thomas, no good. McInnes, great pass underneath.
We talked about the value of Jeff McInnes and his penetration and his pass-first attitude. He's got this crowd going.
Finally something for Rose Garden fans to applaud. Wizards hang on to a 3-point lead with 7:31 to go in regulation. Pass Thomas underneath. Works strong for a slam.
With that basket, Washington's bench outscoring Portland's 26-7. So good job.
Washington by 5. Zach Randolph. 19th overall pick in the draft.
Does such a good job establishing position in his range. He's not, doesn't have tremendous range to his shot, but he gets set up in a position where he can score.
Jeffries, long jumper, no good. Randolph playing just 2 games last year, just 33 the season before that. And again, the lead is 3.
Well, that was Ruben Patterson. They have come alive.
Correction on Randolph. He played in 77 games last year.
Slight difference.
Just a little bit. Just a few games. Just 74 more games than I mentioned. But who's counting?
Who's counting? That time, a pick and roll situation. Again, a nice bounce pass. I believe that was Brevin Knight with the bounce pass into Laettner.
Laettner makes the free throw. Christian getting the start tonight, but not at the center spot, at the small forward spot. Has 5 points. That was his first free throw attempt. He's 2 for 2 from the line. Has 5 rebounds in the game. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier, our Comcast Sportsnet crew, Chris Grain, Wade Rowland, Brian Rome with you tonight from Portland. Steal. Brevin Knight has been a pesky water bug. In for a Tom Thomas. He's fouled by Zach Randolph.
Boy, they really needed that stop on that last defensive possession there to try and slow the momentum down. You just feel that Portland's starting to regain their senses, get back into this game. And he's looking for any chance to step in there and strip the ball. He does so and pushes it up court.
4 fouls on Zach Randolph. In for a Tom Thomas. Jump hook, no good. And a loose ball foul on Washington. They could take their pick. Hughes or Laettner. On Christian Laettner.
Boy, Todd wanted a foul on that last shot. He got good position, moved into his short jump hook shot. It felt like there was some contact. We'll take a second look. Rasheed right there. I felt Rasheed kind of low bridge, and you saw his body kind of go out away from the basket.
And the lead is 1. Kick ball. Jarvis Hayes somehow got hit and looks like he might be bleeding. He is bleeding, and I don't know if they'll spot it, to tell you the truth. So far, Benny Adams has not seen it.
I think Jarvis trying to keep it away from him, too.
Larry Hughes around Patterson. Nice pass, Thomas inside, no call. Hughes fadeaway, no good.
Well, this is the time they've got to respond to the physical play. The officials are letting them play, so they've got to respond to that, not allowing them to push them around, especially inside for loose balls.
Go in regulation, Wizards by 1. Laettner turns on Randolph. Missed it. Follow-up is there.
Larry right there for the short shot.
20 points for Larry Hughes to lead the Wizards in scoring. Randolph has 22 for Portland. Near steal. And Laettner knocked it away. Right to Woods. That's knocked away. Short baseline jumper, no good. Randolph loses it. Patterson is fouled. Too many offensive rebounds.
Too many possessions.
2 fans chanting defense here in Portland. Trailblazers just 1 loss at home to Philadelphia. 7 wins at home. Laettner's jumper missed it. Christian 2 of 7 from the field. Portland with a chance to tie or take the lead. Laettner officially 2 of 8 from the field. Wallace to take the lead. Tip ball.
Well, Woods came over the back of Brevin Knight right in front of one of the officials.
And the Adams on the baseline. McGinnis. We're tied at 74. The Wizards came back from 9 down, took an 8-point lead, and have watched that slip away. Hayes off a screen. Jarvis missed it. Wizards will get a timeout, 22nd variety. Turnovers, and Washington has scored 27 points off of their miscues.
Well, that and their three-point shooting, although they haven't hit any threes in the second half, been the big difference. Also, Washington has 15 steals. That's a season high for them this year in that department.
But rebounding has absolutely destroyed Washington tonight, or lack thereof.
Yep.
They have been out-rebounded 45-25.
Look at the offensive rebounding. That leads to those second-chance points. But they still have a chance to steal this game.
Larry Hughes around a Thomas screen. 4 to shoot. He's going to have to put it up. Knight's jumper a little strong. And rebound to Portland. One more. They have out-rebounded the Wizards on the offensive glass 18-7. And other than that, Washington has done everything well. 60% from three-point range, 87.5 from free throw range. Thomas called for his third personal.
So that's what makes these guys inside, Bonzi Wells and Zach Randolph, so tough, because they make contact. They initiate the contact. He jumps into Etan Thomas to force the contact and force the referee to make that call. Big night for Zach. 23 and 15 boards.
Chris Whitney back in. Replaces Brevin Knight. Whitney, Hughes, Hayes, Laettner, and Thomas. Both free throws are good, and now Portland is back up by 4. A 7-0 run in the last 2:05 may spell doom for Washington. Hayes, nice move inside, and Jarvis Hayes scores, and the rookie is fouled.
I tell you, he's shown some determination. He's had open shots tonight that just haven't fallen for him. And now, last couple of plays, he's taking it strong to the basket. This time, drives around Quintel Woods, gets the basket, and makes the three-point play.
6 points for Jarvis Hayes, and it is a 1-point Trailblazer lead. McGinnis drives on Whitney. Double pump. Tough shot by Jeff McGinnis. McGinnis, whose season high is 21 against Atlanta. And Jeff tonight has 19 points in the game. Hughes, great move. He can't get it to fall. And Bonzi Wells correction Jeff McGinnis with the rebound. 1 minute to play in regulation. Trailblazers by 3. Big possession here. Patterson, McGinnis. Jeff's jumper, short. Hughes is there. For Jarvis Hayes. Thomas inside, short jump hook, good.
Good possession that time. They didn't need the 3. They got plenty of time. 2 timeouts left.
36 and 4/10 seconds to go. Wizards 5-8 on the year, 2-5 on the road. Long jumper, short, right to Laettner. 18 seconds to play. The shot clock is off, and a timeout taken by Eddie Jordan with 15 and 3/10 seconds to go, and the Wizards trailing by 1 at 8. Not in uniform. Larry Hughes cuts inside, lays it up, and scores.
Nice
Big basket by Larry Hughes, who has 22 points in the game. A gigantic drive by the star from St. Louis University. McInnes off the glass, no good. Tipped away, taken by Hughes. Larry Hughes dribbles, a correction, Brevin Knight to Jared Jeffries, and that is it. The Wizards have come to Portland, and for the second straight year, beaten the Trailblazers, stealing this game tonight. And what an effort it was.
No question. They had to get the stop in the last 10 seconds. I thought that Jeff McInnes did a good job turning the corner, going to the basket. He got some contact, but did not get the call. And Washington that time secured the missed shot and the loose ball and came away with their 1-point win, their first on this West Coast trip.
So the Wizards do indeed improve.